Once in a place where the seasons were not harsh nor mild, there was a writer. This writer wrote beautiful stories where the sun was either shining bright or covered by dark substances. Now, this writer was not alone. This writer had a little girl for a daughter, and the little girl was named Avery.
Mama, have you finished another chapter? Can you read it to me, please?
Now just wait for a minute. I'm not nearly as far as you think I am, but I will be done tomorrow. But I can read to you what I've gotten so far.
Come on, tell me a story.
Chapter 1. It was a cold night that night.
The writer was a fantastic mother, and the little girl a fantastic daughter. However, this would not be a story if there was not something about to happen. You see, the writer was sick, and her days were running out. Avery would become an orphan, lost in the big world. The writer didn't want that for her little girl, and so she had sent her on a quest without her even knowing.
No, Mama, don't leave me.
Don't cry, my Avery. I'm just going somewhere else. I'm sure I will meet you sometime. I love you.
Au détour d'un regard, entre les lignes, entre les mots et sous le phare d'un serment maquillé qui s'en va faire sa nuit. Avec le temps, tout s'évanouit. Avec le temps va, tout s'en va, même les plus chouettes souvenirs s'attaillent de ces gueules à la galerie farfouille.
Not bearing the sight of her deceased mother, and unsure of the future, Avery decided to take matters into her own hands and to face fate with all her might. Guided by the stories of her mother she held so dear, she ran off into the forest, and so her epic tale began.
Pour un rhume, pour un rien, l'autre à qui l'on donnait du vent et des bijoux, pour qui l'on eût vendu son âme pour quelques sous, devant quoi l'on se traînait comme traînent les chiens. Avec le temps va, tout va bien.
Where am I? You talk? Of course. But what are you? Yeah. Well, I'm human. But what are you? Well, I'm a shapeshifter. Shapeshifter? But...
Do you maybe know a place called Little Creek?
Little Creek? Never heard of it.
Oh, of course. Where am I?
You're in Alida Woods, of course.
Alida Woods?
You know this place?
Yes. I know that place.
Oh, then you must have heard about the Twin Lights. Oh, you ought to see them. They're the most beautiful thing in the world. I wouldn't know actually, because I've never been outside the Alida Woods. But still used to come.
Well,
By the way, I'm the Ari. Come.
I'm Avery.
Whoa, I never seen something like this. Yes, it's quite beautiful, isn't it? Just wait here for a moment. Wait, are you going to leave me here? No, I'll be right back. Here, you will be attracting a lot of attention, and I'm not sure that will be for the best. Okay. Odd. Your village doesn't show up on this map either. Maybe the mailman knows.
The mailman?
Yes, the mailman. Don't you have one in Little Creek?
Yes, we have. That's just it.
Never mind. Right. Well, it says here that the mailman isn't supposed to be there for another day. So I guess we're just going to have to wait. In the meantime, I can show you where I live. Maybe there will even be platter.
Sounds fine. The whole day I've been feeling a little bit awkward.
Well, nothing a bit of platter won't solve. We have Chaggle and Lace Guide and even furry ratters.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're really not from around here, are you?
Guess not.
This is my place. The smell of food. Take as much as you want. I doubt if you ever tasted anything better.
Very nice. Oh, and thank you, by the way, for helping me.
Of course. It's not like I've got anything better to do. Take as much as you want. The storyteller's home tonight.
Weitig Svegnazis. Ja, yes. Sagan Baila.
Bewildered by the tales of the storyteller, Avery and the other go to sleep, where dreams of clouds and stars drifting lost in the sky await them.
Ah, you're awake. Good, I found the mailman. Maybe he can help you out.
Hi, I'm Russell the mailman. I'm sorry, I've never seen someone like you.
Oh, it's okay. Yesterday I was lost in the woods and I don't know how to get back home. So my question was, do you know where Little Creek is?
Sorry, I do not. You must come from very far. I know all the places here.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I think I know which path to take. Do you know maybe where Zandkesel is?
Of course I know. I also know it's far away from here. There are two paths leading to there. One path is very short but dangerous, and the other is very long but less dangerous.
Which one do you advise me to take?
Alone? Neither. Together, I think the long road. Will be hard though. Still, I believe it's better than taking the other road. You won't last one day taking that one.
Well, I'm going with.
You are?
Of course, I can't leave you alone, can I? You'll be like a big chicklet alone. You don't even know your way around the Alita Woods.
Aren't you needed here? Won't you be missed?
What? I've never been outside of the Alita Woods. This is my chance. I'm not going to let this pass by.
Well, I guess you're right. Besides, it doesn't hurt having someone to talk to.
Glad you're not trying so hard to stop me from coming. Roscoe, do you know what we should pack?
Well, pack heavy, lots of provisions. You will be on the road quite some time.
And so it was that Avery and her new friend were about to venture on a journey neither of them had ever been on before. They would have to conquer great lands and creatures lurking at them from the pitch dark. But most of all, they would have to conquer themselves, their pride and egos, for they were both stubborn-hearted, and the one thing they could not do without was each other.
Is this a pass-through?
Yes, it is.
Let me see. Let me see. Here, the pass-through. Let me see. Chapter 4.
What are you reading?
As they courageously set through their journey, they did not know the foul beasts awaiting them in the pitch dark, nor did they know not to shine any sort of light into the fortress, for it would wake up the beasts, who were very fond of the dark and would do anything to protect it. And so Avery and her friend set foot into the dark fortress, shining just a tiny bit of light into it, when they heard the biggest roar they were ever heard to hear.
How come that book says that?
I know this sounds ridiculous, but this was my father's.
Where did you get this book from?
I was just about to tell you. It was my father's. He wrote.
Father?
Yes,
Where
will
did
you
he-
just let me finish? I think I might have just entered.
Enter the story.
Yes. You know this book? I mean, you believe me?
Yes, of course I believe you. I just didn't think it was actually true. What does it say more? Oh, we have to read it. Have you been using this the whole time?
Well,
Of course you have. How else could we have come so far? And the path. It's in the book, isn't it?
wait. So you're not mad at me?
Of course I'm mad at you. You should have told me sooner. Why would you ask that? Of course I'm mad at you. I just couldn't believe the book is real. Arguing is not worth our time.
So we're not arguing?
Not unless you want to. This book's very valuable. Don't you see? It's our guide of how to get through alive. This clearly says we are to use no lights at all in the dark. So how are we going to get through the pass-through?
Well, I think we just have to feel our ways out.
Well, yes, but what if there are any holes or scaries? Maybe it says in the book. I think it's safe to go through the dark.
Safe?
For as far as it can be safe.
Uh-huh.
Let's go.
Oh, this is really gross.
Shut up.
I can feel all kinds of bits of chunky, sticky stuff.
Yes, I know, but we have to be very quiet.
I'm so glad we're out of there.
Yeah, me too.
Where exactly are we?
This must be Dry Lake.
Why do they call it Dry Lake?
Because the sand is dry.
I don't understand.
The sand in the lake. Very little is known of this lake, for not so many return. I'm thirsty.
Wait, Jetty, stop! What?
If this is Dry Lake,
If you drink this water, you will long for it so much. You will drown yourself. I just remembered it from the stories. Dry sand. That's why so many don't return.
let's grab our bags. We should leave soon, before the lake finds another way to trick us.
Okay, let's go.
What do you think will happen next?
I don't know.
What is your town like, as you're not from around here?
Well, it's not very different from here. We have houses, roads, mailman. It is just all a little plainer, all very functional.
Do you miss it?
Well, yes, sometimes. I just have the feeling that I forgot something or someone.
They might not have known it yet, but Avery and her friends were getting closer and closer to their destiny, and now they were not so far off anymore. And something was watching them getting nearer.
This is the sea. But where's Sandcastle? Are we there yet? I think I'm wrong.
This is the place. This is Sandcastle. The wise man built his house on stone. Then a great flood came there, and winds blew there, and fell down upon
Looking at the might of the sea, Avery and the Yadri did not know what was coming for them. Great powers were closing in, and they were the target.
the house fell, and its fall was great.
So now what?
Oh dear Avery, you've grown so much. I'm only a ghost. I'm here to see you once again. I've seen you met a new friend. She has a great heart. Don't ever forget her.
I won't.
But you understand, you have to return. Little Avery is still lost in the woods. You have to find her and raise her until she's old enough to take the same path as you do now.
I don't understand.
You've been traveling this journey to come home, haven't you?
Does that mean I have to go away from here? I never thought it'd be so...
Soon.
Avery, it is time.
I feel weak.
You're already returning home.
Avery? Avery?
And thus it was that Avery found her younger self lying on the ground in the forest. She had not yet been on adventure. Avery now understood that she would have to raise her younger self until she as well had reached the age of fulfilling her destiny and taking on the adventure her mother had written. The story was as much in another place as it was in another time.